2020. What a year. I regularly make YouTube clips from highlights in the studio over periods of time. But 2020, another story. Things have not been normal and I've been doing some very different things. Let's take a look. 2020 actually started quite well for us here in the studio. A client and very good friend came out from Canada to record the demo for a musical he had written called Ascension, based on the life of Christ after his resurrection and up to his ascension into heaven. This was a lot of work with about 28 songs and 30 singers, and this kept me extremely busy for the first quarter of 2020. We were just putting the finishing touches on the demo when COVID-19 hit, and my friend barely made it out of South Africa in time to get home to his family in Canada. Here are some highlights of the making of the Ascension songbook.
I could not believe his work in 3 short.
My son has died. I don't believe that he.
My love, my love.
I have always believed that it is how we respond to our circumstances, rather than the circumstances themselves, that are important. And so when it became clear that lockdown was a reality and that we couldn't continue business as usual, I chose to keep myself busy deliberately, even if it was not going to earn me an income. We were initially told we would be locked down for 21 days. So the first thing I did was set myself the challenge of writing 1 song per day for 21 days. Soon it became clear that 21 days was just the beginning of a much longer period of time. Meetings were held on Zoom, we spoke via WhatsApp, and Facebook Messenger and email. Zoom-style multi-screen collaborations began to appear, and I thought I'd climb on the bandwagon. And so I started writing 8 or 16 bar backing tracks and started sending them out to all my friends and colleagues saying, write a melody, sing a song onto camera and send it back and we'll do a collaboration. I knew there was no chance we'd make any money from this, but I thought, well, at least it'll keep us from going insane.
Do you see the people are smiling?
Can you see me? Oh, can you hear me? Thumbs up and subscribe if you like.
Going on day 53.
53.
Happy 3 young kids and me. Just trying to get on by.
I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna get the heebie-jeebies.
Fall in love again. We could play little games that make us feel like we were 17 and fresh on the sea. But the world has changed, but our love will stay the same. I too believe that we will be stronger in the end.
It soon became clear that getting back on stage was not going to happen for a long time. I saw a shift in the whole entertainment business from live performance to online performance. With this shift, I noticed that there had been a change of values from slick and polished productions to honest, authentic, warts and all on-camera performances. And so I started selecting some of my own material from my albums and began recording stripped-down performances of these tracks. A very close friend of mine suffered a stroke, and I thought it would be a good idea to offer him some support, both emotional and moral, as well as to reach out to people for financial support during this difficult season in my friend's life. The result was a 49-minute YouTube video which I assembled with the generous help of so many of my friends. Some very good lockdown music got produced, vocals being recorded in people's lounges and bedrooms on their cell phones and assembled in my studio. I guess the collaborations that I did earlier paved the way for this.
Look at the frown on her pretty little face, 'cause she doesn't feel her mother's love.
This together through the rising and the fall. We can watch the rich get richer and the poor get left behind. Or we can gently shift the balance, one act of kindness at a time.
Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some love in here today.
Smile that helps you through.
It's your smile that does it all for you.
At the end of the day, I'm grateful that I've still been able to do a little bit of work. I do believe we will all survive this. We need to be patient with each other, gracious with each other, and we need to be selfless. It's easy to become very grumpy during this difficult time, but I do believe we need to be deliberate in considering others before we consider ourselves. Well, who knows what the future holds? All this talk of a new normal, I'm not scared of a new normal. A new normal does not have to look like the current normal. And I don't think the old normal was that great, actually. But one thing I know, for me, is I'm not going to settle for a new normal. I'm going to pursue it. I'm hoping and praying for a brighter future for all of us.